Sunset Colosseum. Select battle. Battle 1. It's all eyes on the challengers. From the blue corner, Rotom, Butterfree. And from the red corner, Victory Bell, Graveler. Here they come.
Alright, we are back at Sunset Colosseum, giving this entire thing another try, and the opening isn't too great. We're against Graveler. Graveler itself, the only real thing it can do is Rock Blast. The thing is, 3 of our Pokemon are weak to Rock Blast, and I decided to open with Butterfree because it has Sleep Powder with Compound Eyes, so I thought Sleep Powder would do very well. But I need to put that thing asleep. Luckily that worked. Now, the thing is, I don't remember if... No, I don't think the powder moves work on grass types at all, or is that only later? I know if like either Gen 5 or 6 onwards, Electric's gonna get paralyzed, but I'm not sure about the spore moves on grass. I think that later on it does, so maybe I can Sleep Powder it as well, because I don't think there's a Sleep Clause. I'm going to give it a try. Well, maybe we'll take a Graveler here. He only slept for really 1 turn, but that was an important one considering he has Rock Blast. I could have just taken out my Butterfree very easily. Sweet. Scent after Sword Dance, but does he have like a non-accuracy move? No, he has Acid. And Acid is his special move. Why would he use Sword Dance? Does he have like Wrap with it? I don't remember what he has. I don't remember it very well, considering it didn't really have a good moveset in my opinion. It's a stronger Pokemon, but its moveset was nah, I didn't like it.
The blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon, but we still can't predict the outcome of the battle. That hurt.
The Pokemon with 2 moves for some coverage is nice. Although I guess Electric isn't super effective against that many things. Having a Ghost type with a 60 base power Ghost move is a very nice thing to have. That already. Some of the fire types don't even have a fire move. Vulpix has Flamethrower. Vulpix is one of the, I suppose, lower base stat Pokemon out of the ones available here. But it's there. And it has Flamethrower, which is awesome. And it has more coverage, I think, in Dig as well, although its physical attack isn't great. It's available, and I do like it for that. Wait, why did we attack Victory Bell? I thought I was aiming at the other one, at Monferno. Must have just completely misclicked. No, Silver Wind is on Monferno. That wasn't meant to happen. The Silver Wind, I guess, was meant on Monferno because I thought that Ominous wouldn't quite take it out. What I am happy about is that Ominous Wind boost. Because that makes me faster, makes me more defensive, makes me stronger, so that's a definite takeout on Monferno then. And when I have Tailwind up, so I was going to be faster anyway.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take
I could attack Victory Bell, but Victory Bell's 1 is sleep, and 2 will get hit a bit more by Silver Wind, so potentially 2 Silver Winds from Butterfree will be enough for Victory Bell, and then Rotom can hit whatever comes in the place of Monferno. I'm worried about round 2. Then again, I'm worried about round 7 because I know what's coming in round, like in the 7th match. Because the thing is, if both you and your opponent can select from the same Pokemon, how does the game make the Coliseum Master or the Coliseum Leader more difficult to beat than the others? You're gonna have to find out. I will say it is a very challenging fight.
Victory Bell restored its health.
Alright, both of them got a boost. I like that. I didn't even go for that, really. I didn't try for that boost, but it is something very useful. No PP left. Oh, great. Okay, Thunder Shock then. In that case, let's just make it a 2v1. Take out Victory Bell. Although actually, he'll Sleep Powder and Plusle. Two Thunder Shocks are gonna take it out. Oh. Although it's gonna heal with Black Sludge, so it might not. So I should use Silver Wind and then Thunder Shock and Plusle. Why are they using Sweet Send again? I don't understand the moveset choices on that Victory Bell. The move choices they're making in this battle.
Both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next? Hit by Silverwit. It couldn't take it. It's down. Russell still can't move.
I feel like we've had the advantage for the entire fight, but I think turn 1 was key. Getting that Graveler to sleep. I don't know what that Graveler had selected as their move, but if it would have been Rock Blast, and if it would have hit Butterfree, then that could have swung this thing in an entirely different direction. I would have then been able to beat the Graveler on the second turn. As we now know, Rotom was able to 2-hit KO with Omnism. So in that sense, Vulpix and Kricketune, which are my other 2 Pokemon, were safe. We're safe from the Graveler. But still, it wouldn't have been great. Thinking about it now, I had Flamethrower for Victory Bell, and Kricketune could have hit the Pokemon with X's, normal, effectively Victory Bell, and Pluses. So in that sense, my type matchups were there to finish it off even if I'd lost Butterfree, but it would have been obviously harder. And now I actually got a perfect victory. I just realized that. So if we lose, even if it's in the second match, we get a retry. Or was it round 2 or round 3 that I got beat? I think maybe it was round 3 and then we got like 2 retries or something. Alright, Grace, let's go. Oh no, it was this one. This one has the I see the dragons. Alright, I'm definitely not going to use both of the Dragon Rages at once. The thing is, I think why I went with both Dragon Rage Pokemon is because they are so useful against my standard team, like your Piplup and Bulbasaur and stuff, but that's because they aren't evolved or really trained in HP. So they're pretty sure all 2-hit KO'd by Dragon Rage, except maybe Baltoy? But most of these Pokemon are not. I don't know what this thing's hidden power, so I'm not going to use it. This one's... wow, that's not useful. Decently useful Chimchar. Shelgon maybe. What's the power on Twin Needle? 25, so really it's 50 with Stab. Combustion's pretty nice. Luxio's pretty nice. Fire Spin could be. Spark Swagger. Citrus, Persim, Cherry, Muscle Band, Cherry, Muscle Band, Citrus, Persim, nothing too fancy. We'll start with Dragonair. So what am I thinking? Chinchurkan, Shelgon, Luxio, Combustion, even Beedrill. Combustion's below 80 HP, so that's a key thing to know. So that's 2-hit KO range from Dragon Rage Chimchars as well. Spark is nice to have, but quite a few things, especially the dragons. So it's a Dragon's Weepinbell, Gloom, and Wormadam all resist Electric. Luxio itself as well, so a lot of things do. I don't really want to play it on luck with Swagger. Quite a few things actually hit Beedrill. Beedrill doesn't hit others that well. The opponent's choice obviously matter too, but they may have selected the same things, they may have selected completely different things. I hope they've selected Nidorina, because Nidorina's not useful. Combuskin and Gabite, I have those as well, but they're in the back. Alright. Combuskin is 2-hit KO range from Dragon Rage, because I remember looking that up, so... well, I'll check again to be sure that I didn't confuse it with something else. 79. Okay, so we're actually going to use double Dragon Rage and Combuskin knowing that. Otherwise it would have gone for Gabite first. And then you, Headbutt, on Gabite. Just damage Gabite as far as you can while Dragonair takes care of Combust.
First attack. That hurt. A rigid shot.
That's a double kick, so that's in range to be taken up in the next Dragon Rage for sure. The Dragonite moved first, and Shelgon was going to move last. Unfortunately, Shelgon isn't going to get much use out of it. It's going to get a headbutt with a little roll. Not much damage. Muscle Band does boost the damage a little bit, so unfortunately Shelgon can't really do too much. But we're going to take out Combuskin, so that is something I do appreciate. Let's go. 100% accuracy Dragon Rage. Combuskin's dealt with. So we have the lead in the battle, so that is already a big thing, and Combuskin doesn't get to attack. Because even if either Combuskin or Gabite, let's say Gabite producer moved first, if Gabite would have taken out Shelgon, which it didn't, if they would have both attacked Shelgon, then the other one would have automatically damaged Dragonair already. But potentially they thought, okay, we should Dragon Rage will do more damage than Combuskin can deal with anything, so that's why they chose to aim Dragon Rage at Dragonair, and then think, oh, Combuskin can take out Shelgon. But Combuskin can take it out, so they never had that chance. Well, there's their Shelgon. Gabite has 92 HP, so half is 46, and we're not quite at half yet, so we need to hit that with both Pokemon, if possible. See what we can do. Boom! And if we can't hit it with Shelgon now, because it's quite likely we'll get taken out, we'll still have a chance. Although, the thing is, their Shelgon will take out one of mine. No. I hope they attack Dragonair, actually, because Dragonair's already in range for Dragon Rage. Ah, no. Their Shelgon 1 hits my Shelgon, and 2 wins the speed tie. Obviously, it's the speed tie, because there's the same Shelgon, yet they're facing each other. Dun, dun, dun. How does that work? Okay, so they have a Shelgon. So we're going to send out our Gabite now. Because Dragon Rage lets go. Making use of Dragonair having higher speed, you attack that Gabite. Actually, I'm going to need to make sure, considering these are all the same Pokemon, I can check on my own. What's the speed on them? Is it not always been a speed tie? No, it's 11 speed more. Dragonair wins that. So Dragonair, Dragon Rage, Gabite, Dragon Rage, Shelgon. Kaboom! We get to the lead again, 3-2 to their Pokemon down, and their Gabite doesn't get to attack this time. I didn't really choose Dragonair to go first because it was faster, but the fact that it's faster than Gabite, faster than Combuskin really helped her. I wonder what the final one is. If it's Dragonair, that'll be interesting. We chose the same Pokemon then. Nice, we live that. It's Monferno. So that one had Fire Spin, Fury Swipes, something else. I can't remember. I'll attack Shelgon to make it a 2v1. That thing's at lower HP. And we're both faster. Dragonair might be taken out, but it'll already have used its attack. Let's go. 3-1 lead, and the opponent has to do everything with just Monferno now. We actually have a chance in this fight now. Yeah, let's go. We can move on to the third match, and we still have to win 5 after this to beat Sunset Colosseum. But it makes me feel good that we actually are going to get past this battle. Dragonair didn't even get taken out because they didn't have good Fury Swipes luck. So let's hit that Monferno real hard. Double Dragon Rage. I think they're just above 80 in terms of HP. They don't attack Dragonair, surprisingly. So we're not going to get to see my Combuskin.
Nicely done! Monferno faces a great deal of pressure. Monferno desperately holds on.
Dragon Rage. Let's go. Battle's been won.
It couldn't take it. It's down. set, and match. The blue corner has won the game.
Some more Pokemon we've seen before. Combustion, Vulpix, Beedrill, Butterfree, Nidorina, Gloom. Some others that we haven't. Potentially there's the same Pokemon. This one looks very similar. This one as well, although the attacks are in different order for some reason. Stealth Rock, but that's it. There's Horn Attack, so I don't really want that. Don't want one. Well, this one doesn't have Sleep Powder anymore. Nothing stands out to me. Pelipper. I like Pelipper because his Water Pulse is nice. Pelipper, Combuskin, Vulpix, Beedrill, I think. Wait, semifinal? What? Are there less battles than 7? Is there something I don't realize here?
This is an important battle for both trainers. It's time to think about a cautious battle strategy.
Like, I'll take it, but, huh? I just assumed there were 7. Maybe in the main story, because they realized it was difficult, they made it less. How many battles are... Isn't this just battle 3? Is it just 4 battles? Huh. Okay, well... Okay. Because the Pelipper's absolutely attacking Combuskin, so I'm switching to Beedrill to stop that super effective hit, and then I'm just attacking Vulpix. Get the kills where I can. Eventually I'll need to take out Pelipper, but getting an advantage, and especially making it a 2-on-1 fight in the end, is a big advantage in double battles. Why would they Flamethrower on Combuskin? Well, Beedrill was gonna die anyway, but... I guess Flamethrower on Pelipper wouldn't have been much worse, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Okay, Vulpix is down, we have the lead. Although I expect there to be a Water Pulse from the other Pelipper on Beedrill, which was Combuskin slot. So then Beedrill's gone.
Nicely done.
No! The Citrus Berry helped it survive, so we take the lead. Lombre, let's see, what is the speed of Beedrill? Is it faster than Pelipper? It's faster than Pelipper, so it's gonna get to use... Unless Lombre has like Fake Out or something, I don't remember. I'm gonna hope I get Twin Needle on Lombre. Oh, Pelipper has Roost as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack Pelipper last. Last one that I attack as a Cherry Berry. Pretty good attack, actually. Thief on Steal an item. There's only 40 in this. Isn't it 60 later on? Well, 40 is still better than... Wait! Water Pulse is 60, boosts at 90 with stabs, non-super effective is down to 45. However, if we want to attack Lombre, then I want to use Thief anyway, which Lombre resisted with both types. And against Pelipper, Pelipper has lower special defense, so against Pelipper I'd want to use Water Pulse. But I don't want to use Thief on Lombre. That's my focus now. Lombre first with Fake Out on Pelipper. I like that. Because now Beedrill will get to use Twin Needle. Let's go. Should do good damage. Oh, and that was just the first of the 2 hits from Twin Needle. 4-2 lead. Might become 3-2 if Pelipper hits Beedrill, which I do expect. Water Pulse, yeah, that's Beedrill. Okay, but that's 3-2. The thing is, I only have Fire types remaining. And they have a Water type, and I know that Water Pulse takes out Vulpix in one shot, because we just saw that earlier. So it's 66 and 46 in terms of HP and special defense, that's what I'm looking at. Combuskin has 79 and 48, so higher chance to survive it. Vulpix is faster than Pelipper, though. So I might want to send up Vulpix anyway, just to get an attack off. And I could actually use Dig to survive, although, wait, I could use Confuse Ray. I might use Confuse Ray and Pelipper, but it depends on what they send out. If it's something weak to Flamethrower, I'm using Flamethrower. It's something weak to Flamethrower, we're using Flamethrower, people. Flamethrower, Carnivine, Water Pulse, Carnivine in case it's not down yet. Ah, Water Pulse might not do it. It's probably not. That's a Pelipper. Huh. Well, that means I'll very likely keep Vulpix. Pelipper's faster than Carnivine, so I can Water Pulse on Carnivine? Failed to affect Vulpix. Ooh. Not a fan of that.
Its special attack fell.
Makes Thief a bit better.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
I think I should just play it safe on getting the 3-1 lead and making them just have one Pokemon and just attack Carnivine with Vulpix. And I think I might actually want to switch out Pelipper. Although that does get rid of what's it? That does give them 2 things to attack with Water Pulse, and there's Water Pulse Pelipper for some reason. So I think I just Thief. Pelipper, because at this point, Thief is stronger due to Captivate. Carnivine down. That makes it a 2v1. So even though that Pelipper has Protect, it's not 2v1. And we have 2 Fire types, yes, and they're both weak to Water Pulse, yes. But even if they take out Vulpix and then Combusken quite quickly with Water Pulse, which would make sense to me, I still have my own Pelipper to do some kinds of stuff with. I don't want to switch now. I don't want to switch to Combusken because I expect Combusken just straight up get hit. I want to Roost to heal and see what I can do with Pinfuzzle Ray. Haven't used Protect yet, which I don't mind because then I get 2 hits in. Although this turn Protect wouldn't have been that bad because then I would have gotten a free heal with Roost. They need to beat, with their Pelipper, my Pelipper, and 2 others. And just to beat my Pelipper, they need to work things out really well, which is going to be difficult. They have the advantage that they haven't been... The Captivate hasn't been used on them. Captivate has been used on me. So, I won't be able to do much damage. I could still try Waterfall for like the 30% confusion chance, I suppose, but... I've already used Confuse, right? Oh, that burn as well! That is so useful! Let's go, Vulpix! Vulpix MVP.
Oh no! It attacked itself!
Attacks itself, Vulpix, let's go! A lot of the damage of that Pelipper will be Vulpix. Like, there's 2 Thieves so far, 2 Flamethrowers, a Confusion hit, and burn damage. That's not much. If they hit themselves with Confusion, we win. Not quite. Okay, Vulpix will be down. Okay, they're at very low HP. The only way they'll survive, because of the burn, the only way they'll survive is if they use Roost this turn. If they use Protect, they go down to burn. If they use Water Puzzle Thief, they go down to burn. They have to use Roost. But I'm not going to let them use Roost, because I have a priority attack. We win. Combusken, quick attack. Let's go. Semi-final beat. Already.
The results are in. The blue corner has won the game.
I was saying, the Coliseum leader or master, whichever it is, how do they make the fight more difficult? You're about to find out how that fight is different from the ones before. Coliseum leader Dusty. Yep, the 6th and final Coliseum leader is in this fight. And I see some Pokemon here that I definitely recognize and expected to see. Alright, let's see. This Lickitung is... It's there. It's not exactly strong or useful. Pretty sure this is a very similar Graveler to what we had before. Gabite, Iron Head, Takedown, Dragon Rush, Dig. We have a useful, very strong Pokemon. Beedrill, it was decent for before. It was useful against some grass types, but eh. Riolu, Copycat could be useful. Feint, eh. Poison Jab, Force Bomb, nice moves. Combusken, Bulk Up, Brick Break, Aerial Ace, Crush, Claw. Gloom is there. Luxio, Spark, Crunch, Fire Fang, Ice Fang. Nidorino. Vigoroth with Body Slam, Brick Break, Protect, Uproar. So that Protect might be why the Riolu was Feint. Leaf Blade, Crunch, Pursuit, Screech, and Grovyle. Nidorino's there. Can you guess which of these 6 are his actual team? Let's say Grovyle, Vigoroth, Luxio, Riolu, Gabite, Combusken. Considering they have much better movesets than the rest, that seems to be his standard team. Let's see their items: Citrus, Petcha, Habanberry. So that's good to know that, because that's a super effective Dragon Berry. So if you want to hit it with Dragon Rush, it's gonna not do as much. Payapa Berry, stop Psychics. But I'm not sure if there were any Psychics in this. Pasho to stop Waters. I don't remember Waters. Shuka Berry for Ground. And it has Intimidate. That's good to know. Virgo with Chopple Berry. Ooh, so if you want to hit it with something like Brick Break. Koba Berry is flying, I think. Alright, let's see what we want. Obviously I'm going to choose one of the 6 that were mentioned earlier. I think I want Vigoroth. I want Luxio for Intimidate. I could use it first. The thing is, actually, all 6 of his Pokemon are physical attackers. So in that case, Luxio first, because I expect him to use 4 of those 6. Which is one of the reasons why it's more difficult, because its Pokemon available are just very good and he used them. Which Pokemon? I think Combusken, maybe. Riolu. Defensively, it's not that great. I think I want Gabite. What things can I use to counter his own team? I think Combusken. Let's do this. I expect him to use 4 out of the 6 that we just named. So my team, the 4 out of my team, and Riolu and Grovyle are his other options. That's what I would say. He has 4 out of those 6.
The challenger, who's already come this far, is going to face their final opponent.
Luxio Grovyle. Intimidates on everything. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna check Vigoroth's stats, because I feel like I might want to switch, just due to the fact that I'm weakened by Intimidate. And considering they're all physical attackers, I want to switch out Luxio to switch back in later for another use of Intimidate. Vigoroth's special attack isn't all that great. So I can use Uproar, but Body Slam's probably still better. Can't check the speed of Grovyle now. What's the speed of mine? Vigoroth's the fastest, then Gabite, then Luxio, then Combusken. Grovyle pretty sure is very fast. So it's either going to be Vigoroth or Grovyle moving first. Grovyle had Leaf Blade and Crunch as good moves. Luxio has coverage. Look, let's see, it had Spark, like Crunch, Ice Fang, Fire Fang. So I think I want to hit Luxio first. Maybe I do want one of these. No, hit Grovyle, because Luxio hits Grovyle. See how far we can go. And then potentially, if we feel like one of them can take out Grovyle next turn, then we switch one of them. Fire Fang over Ice Fang, because I feel Freeze would be more useful than the Burn, but the Burn might finish off the Pokemon. Ah, the crit that ignores the attack drop as well. Not a good start.
fierce blow. It's
Good
a
damage for an
direct
attack drop body slam, wow. Nice, got Grovel. Just having the lead is very nice.
intense attack.
And Grovel did go first, and he didn't really lose an attack, but he did lose the fastest Pokemon. Because really, I don't think it's faster.
Oh!
Okay, Vigoroth survives. Okay, what does he have next? Dusty sends out his own Vigoroth. I have to remember, Vigoroth has the Choke Berry.
Some serious damage. However, this battle is
So Vigoroth,
just
Brick
getting
Break on
started.
Vigoroth won't do as much. But I could use Brick Break now, just to get rid of the Chople Berry, so that when I send out Combusken next, its Brick Break can hit that Vigoroth. And that is, of course, hoping that my Vigoroth can actually hit him.
Crowd is holding
I
their
think
breath.
that is what I want to do. Although I could use Protect, because I expect him to actually attack my Vigoroth. I think I will actually do that. And then switch Luxio? I don't want to send out a Bite, because that's weak to Ice Fang. Yeah, Combusken, like the double Brick Break combo can hit Vigoroth pretty hard. This does leave me vulnerable if they both attack Combusken, but I do have Intimidate again for later on.
Vigoroth.
So I hope they attack Vigoroth, which makes sense considering it's at lower HP, that at least one of them will go for Vigoroth. Ah, Body Slam on Combusken, dang it. And that's without
Fierce blow.
the attack
Such
drop.
amazing power.
At least Spark Vigoroth, so
Protected
yeah,
itself
we
from
took
the
a hit.
impact.
We have Intimidate for later,
Both
hopefully that was
runners
worth
still have
it.
a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Vigoroth moves from before Combusken, so this might not go well at all. So you might want to attack Luxio, considering how good Luxio is against Bite. Actually, I can check. I have both of them on my team. Which one's faster? Bite is slightly faster, and Bite has Dig. Okay, I can use Dig. Once Bite's been sent out against Luxio. So let's focus on Vigoroth. Hopefully they both get to attack. So my Vigoroth will probably have to go first for that, and their Vigoroth has to aim at my Combusken. Purposely getting rid of that Chople Berry. The thing is, Brick Break is just from Combusken. Brick Break's the strongest against their Vigoroth anyway. No, their one moves first. Okay, in that case, Body Slam would have been better against
A
them.
hard hit from Body Slam.
But I was hoping Combusken would get their turn. It was quite risky though. So that didn't work. Chople Berry activate.
A brilliant
Now
hit.
my Brick Break is only slightly stronger than his. And the thing is, I still have the attack drop. And now I'm behind in Pokemon as well.
Bam!
I really hope that switch to Combusken was worth it, because so far it's looking like it's not.
It couldn't take it. It's down.
We're gonna get more attack drops. Their final Pokemon won't have an attack drop though, because I can't switch anymore now.
Light is sent out.
I feel like it's attack Luxio time. Because it did.
Luxio is sent out.
Tim, the thing is, no, Luxio has 2 attack drops. It can hit Bite, but it'll just be a standard super effective move now. And not 4 times super effective because we've lowered its attack points twice. Its attack power, so that's only half damage. Let's dig on. Oh wait, Luxio did have Shuka Berry. We have to remember Luxio does have the Shuka Berry. So maybe we attack Vigoroth. Hope we hit Dragon Rush, or do we use Dig? I think we use Dig because I still expect Bite to be a target. Attack Vigoroth.
A beautiful attack.
Under half damage, that's good.
Goodbye.
So in that sense, the Intimidate worked. Without the Intimidate, that would have been a 2-shot.
Hit.
Please use Ice Fang on Bite.
Luxio.
Thank
starts
you.
to attack, but the target Pokemon is underground.
Let's combo on Vigoroth.
Nicely done. Luxio.
Alright, please, you
faces
need to
a
take a
great
Vigoroth
deal
if
of
it's...
pressure.
Because I can't have it be 2v1. That's not even that much damage. The Vigoroth is nice defensively as well.
A gang attack.
Nah, it's not even enough. I need to move first with my Vigoroth next turn. Wait, I don't have a Vigoroth. What am I talking about? That's Spark on Luxio. That's the battle done.
Slammed him.
I crit too. Yeah, you see why this fight is difficult.
Couldn't survive the second hit and goes down.
You see why this fight is difficult.
The blue corner stands with their backs against the wall.
Nothing I can do.
Gabite will be lucky to get through this crisis.
Alright, Vigoroth's absolutely the most useful Pokemon.
A rigid shot.
If the opponent doesn't open with Luxio,
Slammed him.
we can use Vigoroth to get the early. Okay, we got the early lead, but yeah, we've lost it. Ice Fan comes in. It's still 4 times super effective, but they are at half HP, so I expect to survive. But they still have Luxio and another Pokemon to deal with me.
Such amazing power.
Doesn't Dragon Rush like Flinch? Oh, they have their own play, of course.
Gabite desperately holds on.
I have to hope that they use Dragon Rush or Takedown and just not hit me. This might have been a Habanberry while it's waiting. No, it actually missed, so that's what I need to keep having. That's why I'm attacking Luxio. Dragon Rush will do more damage than Dig. Crunch just for accuracy, that's smart.
Big hit.
That was unfortunate. We do have a perfect point from round 2, though. No from round 1. So we have 1 retry. And I really don't want to do Sunset Colosseum again.
The game is now
because it's difficult. I want to continue with the game. I want to be able to get to some of the after game stuff. Also, there's that don't like losing. One perfect point to use. Let's give it another try. Think about my team. I want to again open with Luxio. Okay, they're in different places now, but they're basically the same Pokemon. I want Luxio to open. I also want Vigoroth to open, and then hope that he doesn't have Luxio. If they do open with Luxio, I think I'm going to switch out Vigoroth, because Vigoroth is so useful. How much attack stat does he have? 58. He actually has a 66 defense stat. He is the fastest one out of the Pokemon. And he has high HP. At 58 attack, plus stab body slam, which is 85 base power, Vigoroth's just a very useful Pokemon. Let's look again at Grovyle. Grovel's one of the faster ones. Doesn't have that much of, in terms of coverage on the main 6, but it's a high critical hit ratio, which lets it get through Intimidate earlier, which we did see in the previous fight. And it's one of the faster ones. So I think I'll try Grovyle this time. I don't have to choose Grovyle because they might have Grappler, because they're not going to use it. I don't want to use Riolu. Do I use Combuskin or Gabite? Combuskin's only really useful against Vigoroth. But there is that Trouble Berry. So do I go Gabite then? I do want to think I want to go Gabite, because Gabite's I think useful against Combuskin. Let's give it a hope they don't open with Luxio. They're allowed to have Luxio? Although I guess I prefer not, but...
The challenger, who's already come this far,
just don't open with Luxio. Vigoroth Combuskin, I'm good with that. Okay, something they can do, based on the type chart, is double Brick Break and Vigoroth, and I have a Trouble Berry. I have high stats in terms of defense and HP. We can lift that. I've learned from last time, their Vigoroth is their most dangerous Pokemon, so I'm going to Spark on it and Body Slam. Sure, Brick Break should be more, slightly more effective than Body Slam, but Trouble Berry is there. Also, this fight is another confirmation that the Coliseum leaders don't always use their mascot Pokemon, because you'll see that Dusty... critical hit. Not that much damage, even with the crit. He's dressed up as Lucario, which means Riolu is his mascot Pokemon. He didn't use it in the previous fight. Let's see, he didn't use Combuskin and Riolu out of the main 6.
It's being ganged up on.
Get some good damage in. Paralyze as well. I like that. I was hoping for that. I was actually thinking Body Slam might paralyze him, but Spark of course can as well. The Combustion becomes a bit more dangerous, but I still want to focus on Vigoroth.
The Coliseum is tense.
Combustion will come after that. Thing is, I think I want Vigoroth to protect actually, because I expect them to come after Vigoroth again. Especially with Combustion now that the triple berries are on, that'll cost me my Vigoroth. And their Vigoroth is slower. I think I want to do that.
Vigoroth protects itself.
Hopefully they didn't use bulk up again, because then I've wasted the turn. Maybe they'll get fully paralyzed if the Spark doesn't take them out. So I didn't see which of the two attacks did more. Vigoroth is down next turn. That'll be okay. Big break into the protect has to be. Yes! With a body slam on Luxio though, so that's unfortunate. So we didn't take out the Vigoroth, but in return we did save our own we saved our own Vigoroth. So we have to use our Vigoroth to take out their Vigoroth. To make sure that we go first and actually take it. And Luxio and Combustion. I'm not going to switch Luxio now. We've already lowered the attack stat of their main Pokemon, and we've been able to take it out with paralysis. So Luxio attacks Combustion. Vigoroth takes out their Vigoroth. Because we're certain to go first. So that's the lead again. Lead doesn't have to mean much. It's likely going to be 3-3 at the end of the turn with a boosted Combustion. That is a dangerous Combustion. The thing is, its attack stat isn't actually higher than normal. I just realized, because the Intimidate had affected it before, it just increased its attack again. The only stat change now on that Combustion is its increased defense. And luckily, because of the Intimidate previously, it couldn't actually take Vigoroth out, even with the Triple Berry gone. I think I want to take Riolu. Attack Riolu, because that's easier to take out. Sure, Combustion's dangerous, but I think I want to focus on Riolu. What do I have left? Gabite? Yeah, Gabite's useful against Combustion. Grovyle isn't. Although Combustion doesn't have a fire move, it does have Aerial Ace though. So maybe for Grovyle's sake we attack Combustion? No, we will send out Gabite first. Yeah, just make sure that I select the attacks right. Spark, Riolu. Because I don't remember Riolu having Protect. I didn't want to use... I considered Protect just a little bit, but I didn't want to do it. Mostly because of knowing Riolu has Feint. And they can go through Protect. We've paralyzed them again, which is good. Happy about that. Makes them unable to attack sometimes. That unfortunately didn't save our Vigoroth, but it does mean they're slow, so we can definitely take them next turn. Brick Break and Luxio. Just don't crit. We're behind. And here comes the danger with Grovyle now being forced to be sent out. And Gabite's Dig isn't going to take out that Combustion. It's going to do good damage, but it isn't going to take it out. Wait, Grovyle had the Hop-on Berry, right? Or Koba Berry. Hop-on Berry is Dragon for Gabite, yeah. Koba Berry for Flying, so their Aerial Ace, which I assume they will use, because it's super effective on the type chart. And I think the opponent will just make a selection based on the type chart. What makes sense on that? So they'll probably use the Flying move on Grovyle, even though Brick Break is... Even if Aerials would have been super effective, Brick Break wouldn't deal that much less damage. And Brick Break, knowing that there's a Koba Berry on it, they should know. But deal... Brick Break would be better. Leaf Blade, Riolu, to take out that Riolu. Although in a way I want to keep that Riolu there, because it can't really do all that much. Although no, it has Poison Jab. It has Poison Jab. It can hit Grovyle really hard. Get rid of that Riolu. Right, and then Dig on Combustion. Also lets me evade some Pokemon, I guess, for a turn. Critical hit wasn't necessary, but right, we take the lead 3-2. They don't get one of their attacks this turn, which is useful as well. Does Gabite go before Combustion? Yes. Might actually be not a good thing, because Still, oh, they attacked Goodbye. In that case, I'm happy about it. I expected them to attack Grovyle. Okay, they have Grovyle as well.
The blue corner evened up the amount of remaining Pokemon, despite being at a disadvantage. Will this
who do we
turn
attack?
the tide of the battle?
Wait, Grovyle goes first, doesn't he? If I use Screech, I never considered Screech yet. If I use Screech on their Combuskin, that's gonna make Dig do way more damage. 73 and 57, yeah. 85% accurate, but if it hits, may not take him out, but it may work. Let's go. Lower their attack to -1 instead of the +1 after the bulk up. They use Leaf Blade on my Grovyle.
That hurt.
Pretty good damage. Good to know that it does that much. Dig on -1.
Slammed him.
Oh, we got him! And that's a 2-1 lead. They're left with 1. At that point, you have a real big advantage. And it's Grovyle v Grovyle as well. I could Screech him again, but I feel like that's actually somewhat of a risk. As he really played. Crunch would do more outside of crits. Although if their Grovyle hits into me, then Leaf Blade might do more. Due to Overgrow. The Crunch can lower defense. Let's go. No, they Leaf Blade on. Goodbye. It would be something if it ends up being Grovyle v Grovyle. Because then that Overgrow might just be very important. It's Overgrow. That's half. Dragon Rush hits. I was thinking of playing it safer with like Iron Head, but this works. Oh, you got him! Yes! Through the select battle! That was difficult. That was good fun. And this video ended up being about as long because we had to do one refight. It was about as long as a standard Coliseum. Double battle plus difficulty. Whew! Select battle clear. Good stuff. And with that, we unlock some stuff, and if you did your counting right, that was the final Coliseum leader. Which means there's only 2 Coliseum Masters remaining. Get 750 points for clearing Select Battle. You get a Pikachu Jacket, a new Battle Pass. That is appreciated. And we now have unlocked Courtyard Coliseum. And we will see you there in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.